fact.
Awesome. So we're getting an indication that Mr. William Nduom has dropped out. Is there any particular reason why?
Well,
Paco, can you hear us? A bit of a challenge with technology, of course, as expected, but we'll see if we can reconnect with him so he explains to us what exactly is happening within the party and whether it means then that Bridget Jobenuku being the sole contender will automatically become the flag bearer for the party. Paco, okay, welcome back. So you were explaining to us if there was any reason why Mr. William Nduom dropped out of the presidential race to represent, of course, the PPP.
Yes, from the letter he sent to us, he indicated that due to the limited time we have, he would want to throw his weight behind Madame Bridget Jobenuku. So we could move on with our campaign.
When did you receive this letter?
Oh, he made this known to us 2 days after he filed his nomination. You'll recall that the deadline for filing was on 21st of August. And so 23rd of August, he wrote to me, and I made this known to the National Committee, which he is a member. And then he was called to explain why he had made that decision. And he told us that for the good of the party and for us to have a united front moving into the 2020 election, he would want to withdraw and throw his weight behind Madame Bridget Jobenuku.
So can you then say on record that no one in the party compelled him to step aside to, of course, provide the opportunity for Madame Bridget Jobenuku to represent the party?
In fact, at the meeting, he was made to clarify his position and to also explain whether he was compelled or coerced by anybody to do so. And he said that he did that out of his own free will. And he thinks that for the good of the party, and considering the limited time we have to campaign in this election, he felt it was necessary and urgent for him to do that.
But is it not interesting that he will throw his ambition away, especially because just a month ago when he filed for nominations, this is exactly what he said. He said that so after months of soul searching, fasting, prayers, and consultations about the future of our country and the necessity of the new Ghana, I've decided to announce that I will contest to become the president of the Republic of Ghana in the 2020 general elections on the ticket of the PPP, which is the Progressive People's Party. I just filed my nomination a while ago. So then, does this not contrast the fact that now when we're expecting that he will go forward with his idea to represent the party and hopefully become president if he wins, he all of a sudden doesn't want to go ahead with it again?
Well, I don't think that it's only Mr. Nduom who took this decision or who has taken this decision. When we announced for the filing of the process, we had 5 people picking for. Dr. Francis Obeng, lawyer, FTAJ, Madame Bridget Jobenuku, Mr. Nduom himself, and then one Judge Nana Brady. All of these could not complete the process. In fact, Dr. Francis Obeng and lawyer FTAJ could not complete the process because at the time they picked the form or they told somebody to pick the form for them, they were still locked outside the country, and so they could not come in to even register and then file. And so these also had their own reasons why they could not. Nana Brady wanted an extension, of which the party said due to time constraints we couldn't extend the date for closing. And so Mr. Nduom's withdrawal, I don't think it's unique. Of course, he made those decisions based on what he had envisaged. And considering the time and all that, he felt that, well, I mean, for the good of the party and for us to have a united campaign going into the election, let me throw my weight behind Bridget. Bridget. So we would have a united campaign into the election. And I think it's a step in the right direction, because obviously if we were to go into the election, one person was going to emerge victorious. And so if he felt that we had limited time and we also needed more resources for our campaign. And the little he had, he was going to throw that behind Bridget. I think it's a good step, and that we commend him for having taken that decision.
Could that also be that maybe the party decided to go ahead with probably eventually announcing a woman as the flag bearer because maybe it's the era of women, and you think that it also sends a signal to citizens of Ghana that the party is ready to ensure that women also get adequate representation at the table?
Well, you recall that in 2012, 2016, we presented women as our running mates.
Yeah.
And
but not as flag bearer.
Yes, not as flag bearer, and it has not been part of our decision to present a flag bearer as a woman. For us, whoever the party elected to lead its election was going to be supported.
Okay.
So if it has that Madame Bridget Jogbenuku is going to be the sole contender in this race, all the party machinery will be put behind her to make sure that we win this election. We are not going into this election just to be part of it.
Okay.
Our aim is to win the 2020 election, and we're going to make history, historic history, and be the first party in West Africa, in Africa, or sorry, in Africa, probably the second after Johnson Terry, to have a woman as first president. I believe that looking at the number of women we have in this country, this should be possible. This should be possible.
Absolutely.
Be possible for us to have a woman as president.
Does it mean, from what you're saying then, that Madame Bridget Jogbenuku is confirmed as the flag bearer because now she's the sole contender?
Well, yeah, you know, when the decision was taken and Mr. Doko indicated to us that he had withdrew from the race, we had to inform Madame Bridget Jogbenuku officially because she's not a member of the National Committee. And so a letter was written to her, and yesterday.
Okay, we'll see if we can reconnect shortly. We're speaking to the General Secretary of the Progressive People's Party, explaining to us why Mr. William Nduom, who was one of the contenders looking forward to represent the party ahead of December 7 as a presidential candidate, dropped out. And that's Parko Akong. And he said that a letter was received from Mr. Nduom indicating why he's decided to shelve his ambitions and, of course, support Madame Bridget Jogbenuku because he believes more in unity in the party. And so let's see if he can give us that explanation. Sorry, you were speaking. We lost you for a moment.
Yes. Can you please help me with what I was saying?
Well, so the question was about Madame Bridget Jogbenuku and whether she has been confirmed now as a flag bearer since she's a sole contender. And you mentioned that a letter had been sent to her.
Yes, yesterday she replied to us. She offered us an acceptance letter and indicated to us that she was ready and willing to lead the party into the 2020 election. Okay. And so we are back to her and inform her of the arrangement the party has put in place for the outdooring ceremony, which is scheduled to take place on 12 September 2020.
Okay, the 12th of September. We'll be looking forward to that. But finally, after it was announced that Dr. Nduom will not be contesting, to represent the party as the flag bearer, where is he and will he be playing any major role? Okay, it looks as if we've lost Parko Akon at that point. We're hoping to find out more about Dr. Nduom and, what's happening to him at the moment.